Hey guys, it's ANicWin, also known as Amy, and happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a lovely day. This is an apartment renovation here in Evergreen Harbor. This is the Pinecrest apartment building, and I think it's 402. That feels right. It's the smaller of the two units, and this is for a single sim who has just left university. University's on my brain, if you can't tell. And she is I think it's a style influencer. So she works from home. So it's one bedroom, one bathroom with a shared living, kitchen, dining space, and a home office. And I jumped into the game with a sim in the unit. She's not the one that's going to live here. It's just one of the pre-populated ones that you get when you jump into create a sim. Didn't customize her or anything. I just knew I was going to use tool mod, and I don't have better build by, so I have to use tool in live mode. So that was purely her purpose. And this is the only thing I use tool mod for. I grabbed that rug that has sort of like a transparent back. There's no good way to say that. It's meant to look like a mural on the sidewalk or something. I think like something like that. It came with City Living because it was used for the festivals. That's really all I know. But I wanted to kind of use it in place of a kind of like a tapestry, which we don't really have any great. Well, we have good ones. We don't have any full-length wall ones that aren't super bright, and I wanted something toned down, but I definitely wanted something interesting that was going to take up the majority of the wall. And so we hopped in with the sim. I already kicked her out. You noticed the transition a little bit ago. I don't like leaving sims on the lot when I'm building unless I'm going to be using tool. And then we're just moving on to the rest of her bedroom. Now, I am imagining that this particular sim loves kind of like that boho chic. If you can hear that truck, it's my neighbor. I'm sorry. His truck is very loud. But she kind of likes the boho chic look. She's really into fashion and design that doesn't have any set rules when it comes to texture or colors or styles or patterns or anything like that. She just likes going with what feels good. Which, same girl. I feel you on that one. And so her bedroom, I had a clear vision for. The rest of the house took me a little bit. It doesn't show on camera, I don't think, but it did take me a little bit to kind of figure out where I was going to go once I completed the bedroom. And I love that green swatch for that dresser. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've never used it before. It's a base game dresser. I've used the dresser, but I've never used the green swatch. And I decided from this moment that green was going to make an appearance throughout the build, but it wasn't going to be an overwhelming color. And that's such a good decision on my part. It's something I really, really enjoyed that I didn't expect to love. So love it when a plan comes together. But as I said, her bedroom comes together super, super quickly. And we will be moving on to the rest of the home in a minute. I actually also decided to do an apartment renovation because I needed something quick. Because I start school, at the time of recording, it's Sunday night or Sunday day. And I start school tomorrow, and I've already gotten access to a couple of classes, and I'm not stressed. I don't want to say that because I'm not. But I don't really know what to expect yet. And I don't really like surprises. I'm not super organized. Like, don't sit here and think that that's a thing, because it's not. I could actually be more organized. My life would be a little bit easier. But I like to kind of know what's coming. I don't like to have to wait to find out. I'm impatient that way. And so I'm still in that kind of moment of, what are you going to want from me? What are you expecting? What level of work am I going to have to do for these classes this year? And it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. But I wanted something that I could throw together quickly. And apartment renovations are typically short and they're fun. So I was like, I don't know, it's killing two birds with one stone, basically. But this is her office. I'm kind of talking through some of it. I think it looks super, super cozy, but also kind of young professional. I did give her a mannequin. I'm not sure if you need one for the career or not, but I thought it couldn't hurt. And I did place all of those books along that accent table that came with paranormal stuff. You can't access them, but I like the way that they looked. They kind of look like design books. I don't know. It was more for the aesthetic, but there is a bookshelf that you will be able to access that's in the living room. I also gave her the desk from Dream Home Decorator, and instead of a computer, I gave her the tablet. Now, when you start the career, you'll get a tablet, so you'll most likely have to sell that. You can get a laptop or something like that because she can't actually sit and work on the tablet. They stand. or at least every time I've attempted to use it, they stand. I don't know if it's like an every time thing. But you may have to switch some of those out. I left it like this just because I liked the way that it looked. But I went into that knowing I was going to have to swap that out for a computer or a laptop later. But we're putting the final touches on her office now. I really love the way this space came together too. It does sort of play into her bedroom just a little bit, but it still looks like a totally different space. And you'll notice the now recording thing happens quite a bit. I broke this up into a few chunks as I figured things out. I couldn't cut those out, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it would show on the screen. But then we jump into the bathroom. Now, full disclosure, and you'll notice this in the screenshots, I did have to swap the sink and the toilet for it to work. You couldn't access the tub. I don't know why. It was driving me insane, but I do swap them and I have to shuffle the decorations around just a little bit. But everything that you see placed stays in the bathroom. I don't have to get rid of anything at all. I also really, really liked this bathroom. I don't know why bathrooms are like starting to become like a fun thing for me. I'm a little concerned, but I had a lot of fun kind of decorating and cluttering and imagining, you know, what kind of items she might have, what she might display, and things like that. And in the end, this really looked like a cozy bathroom. I also wanted to be cognizant of the fact that when you rent an apartment, you can't control what your appliances look like outside the small ones. So I didn't want this bathroom to be too mismatched. I want it to kind of make sense, like it would look like it was a pre-furnished bathroom type of situation. So that was a struggle there, and in the kitchen as well. The kitchen took me so long, guys, and it's not even that deep. It's almost embarrassing. And then we move on to the living room. I decided to use this sort of picture mural thing from, I think, Paranormal, and I added a few more pieces to it just to kind of fill it out, make it a complete square. I used that accent table from Laundry Day, I believe, and then I just clutter up the top of it. I wanted it to look like a young lady, a young woman lived here, someone who's in their early 20s. I didn't want it to look like it was someone super well advanced in their career. I don't want to say old because that's rude. I'd be talking about myself. But I wanted it to look like it was someone who was younger and just kind of decorating from, you know, the heart and not from what they think their apartment should look like. I also stacked sort of these two, or nested, that's a better word, these two coffee tables. One is from the kit that we got over the summer, Oasis kit, I think, Courtyard Oasis. I can't ever remember the name of it. And the Tiny Living coffee table, I just really liked the way that it looked. I liked, again, that it brought in some of that metal, some of that wood, and they were different tones. So it was really pleasing to me. This is the bookshelf that you'll be able to access. You won't be able to use the cross-stitching box unless you pull it off of the shelf, but I like the way that it looked up there. So just know you can access it if you pull it down, but if you leave it up there, it's just for decoration. It's kind of just a sacrifice, you know, that you had to make. And then this is the kitchen. I did use the Parenthood countertops and cabinets. I wasn't going to. I actually had the more kind of industrial looking ones picked out, and I decided that it just wasn't fitting the rest of the build, and I scaled it back to this. I wanted something kind of neutral, and I thought that this worked out a little bit more. I did give her kind of a cruddier microwave because I don't think she would have all brand new appliances, and I just added minimal clutter. I also put a mirror above the stove because there's not any windows except for that tiny little one here in the living space, and I just thought it would give a little bit more light and kind of give the appearance that there was something else going on here. And I don't know, I just like the way that that looks. In reality, that would get super gross super fast, so I wouldn't do that. You'd be wiping that down every time you cook. But for The Sims, I liked it. And then we do the dining space. So this is actually where I'm going to leave you guys. I hope you enjoyed the build, and I hope you didn't mind me rambling on a little bit about my life and the things that are coming up. As always, feel free to leave a like or a comment down below letting me know what you think. You can also subscribe if that's something that would spark joy for you. I will be posting the screenshots on Instagram. Feel free to hop over there and check those out. I will see you on Saturday with my next video, and in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely rest of your week. Bye, guys.
I've heard the rumor, I've heard the talk on the town. that you went